Hey sis, hey sir, welcome back to my channel. So every Tuesday you guys will be getting a new video from me. On Tuesdays I will be doing Tea with Tig, where I talk about different topics, literally any and everything. Well, first of all, let me show you my shirt. So this shirt was sent to me by a subscriber. They sent me a few pieces. I'm gonna put the links in the description, but here are some of the pieces. This is one of the shirts. Decided to wear it today because I thought it was really cute. It's kind of like a going out top, but I just find it really cute. So here we are today. And I just got some house shorts on, girl, you know. Wasn't gonna put on a full fit to sit down here for y'all. We're gonna be talking about self-love and finding yourself. This is just my opinion, my advice. We can have discussion in the comments, but don't just attack me. This is just how I feel about it. Self-love is a journey that only you can go on by yourself. I know other people can help you and motivate you and tell you, okay, Antigone, like, you know, da-da-da-da, or okay, Jacob, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, but it's something that you have to find within yourself. And once you love yourself, oh my God, you're gonna see the world totally differently. Regards of one's well-being and happiness. Self-love can be expressed and shown and practiced in several different ways, but how I practice self-love, and I feel like how you should practice self-love if you're on this journey with me and you're someone at home watching, trying to figure out how do you love yourself, I would practice more gratitude. So it all starts with appreciation. You know, a lot of us are not appreciative, we're ungrateful, we're not caring. I know you probably heard the saying, you can look at the glass half empty or half full, but it's really true, because you change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. For example, you can be like, I'm stuck in traffic, I'm gonna be late to work. Or you can be like, yes, I'm stuck in traffic, I am going to be late to work, but at least I'm gonna arrive to work safely. At least I didn't get into an accident going to work, and while I'm in the car, now I have extra time. I can practice positive affirmations. While you're in traffic, you can be practicing positive affirmations. And I know it might sound like, girl, like, if I'm in traffic, you think I really want to practice positive affirmations? No, you might not want to, but do you want to complain on the phone with someone and be releasing that negative energy and just talking about, oh my God, we in traffic, oh, it's so annoying, da 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 da. Like, one, I'm gonna be honest, nobody wants to hear that. No one does. And what is that doing for you? Is that benefiting you? Like, you're just talking shit? Like, don't get me wrong, we all talk shit, but what is that really doing to help the situation? Everyone has something to be grateful for, and if you're not that grateful of a person, how do you expect to receive blessings? A lot of us want certain things and we wonder why we're not in certain positions, but I had saw a post on Instagram. It said, a plane can't land until the coast is clear. So maybe our blessings are stuck in the air because your environment is shitty. Like, you have negative people around you, or you might be a negative person yourself. So how are you expecting blessings if you're negative yourself? So I know I might give you some extreme examples, but if you just practice gratitude, you will see a difference, because I am a living proof. I realized once I started being more grateful for things, my whole life changed. You can be more grateful towards your parents. I know some of us might be already grateful for our parents, but some of us think that our parents are supposed to do things for us. And come here. Come here. If you didn't know, I'll be the one to tell you. They don't have to do anything for you. So if you do have a good parent that's still doing stuff for you, still providing, still taking care of you, just doing things for you, be appreciative, because they don't have to do it. Nobody has to do anything for you. And once you realize that, your whole life will change. You will appreciate every single person in your life that is helping you. Write down 10 things you're grateful for. It might start off, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my car, I'm thankful for my job. It might start off like that, and then eventually you guys will get into deeper things. But I do think you guys should start doing it, because what if you woke up today with only the things that you thank God for yesterday? What would you have? And be honest, like, seriously, like, be honest. What would you have? That's one way to practice self-love. You can also practice self-love by the way you speak to yourself. You know, you want to try to speak to yourself really positively. I know oftentimes it can be hard. You might get mad at yourself. Like, say you can't find something, like, oh my God, this is so freaking annoying. Or like, you might talk to yourself negatively, but you should just try to be patient with yourself and talk to yourself positively. Like, yeah, they might notice you're overweight, but some people don't care. Some people aren't so vain that they just care about looks, you know, like there's more to people than looks. So it just depends on the type of person you're dealing with. And I noticed when you're around the right people, you'll notice that all this little shit doesn't matter. And if you have people that are projecting that negative tone towards you and are saying awful things, then that's just key to cut them off, because they don't need to be in your life. Because if they're the right person, they wouldn't be saying that. And sometimes people often project their own insecurities of their self onto you. So don't let anyone project that. And don't be afraid. Fear is the thief of joy. In life, we will fail. If you do bad, you do bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, another way to practice self-love is letting go of things that drain you. And this can be relationships, friendships, certain environments, places you fraternize in. Like, you gotta let go of all that draining stuff. And I'm not talking about your job, because I could see somebody commenting, oh, my job drained me, so girl, this is a sign I'ma quit. Don't quit that job, you got bills. But like, let go of things that drain you. If it's a toxic relationship, remove yourself from it. Oh my gosh, like, you don't realize how toxic your situation is until you're out of it. And I feel like with self-love, you have to feel like you're worthy enough to get out this situation. You have to love yourself more than your circumstances. Like, and that also means don't limit yourself or your dreams. Like, sometimes our circumstances might be really shitty and we might be in like a terrible situation, but we have to always think beyond that. Like, that's the beauty of having a brain and your imagination. Like, we might be in one place, but in our mind, we can be in freaking space. Like, think about it. Jeff Bezos was literally with his crew in freaking space. I know I don't really want to compare Jeff Bezos because, you know, he is like the richest man on earth, but you know, it's still kind of cool to think that, you know, you used to have to be an astronaut to go to space, and now he's making it possible that a regular civilian can go to space. I know you're gonna have the coin, but you know, maybe down the line I might be making a video, guys, I'm going to space. Keep loving yourself despite all of the circumstances. Be okay with exploring and trying new things. I feel like the best time to find yourself is out of high school. I mean, you can be practicing finding yourself while you're still in high school, but I feel like you truly like find yourself when you're out of high school, because it's hard to find yourself in routine environments. And I'm not saying routine isn't important, because I feel like routine builds structure and structure builds discipline, which is very important. But when you go to high school, you usually have to wake up by like, or you usually have to be to school by 8 and you get out like 2:30. And when you have that routine, like, you don't have any other time. Like, you can't just say, oh, I need a break between this. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to really pick what you have to do. Like, you have a set time block. And for a certain amount of years, you have to confide to that schedule and do that. But when you're out of high school and you have college, you have more freedom. Even if you choose not to go to college in your job, they might pick your schedule at job. You give them your availability, and on those days, you have your free time. And in your free time, you can figure out what you like to do, what interests you, what hobbies you have, and what kind of person are you? What are you gonna stand for? You have to figure out what you're gonna stand for. What do you want out of life? And what are you willing to do to get what you want? Because a lot of us want things, but what are we willing to sacrifice to get to that position? Like, figuring all that out, like, you find yourself in that time. Like, I feel like out of high school, really living on your own really helps that too, because, you know, you don't have mom and dad anymore. So you realize one day you're on the toilet or something, you're like, damn, I don't got no toilet paper. And it's like, it's nobody's fault but your own, because you ain't go to the store and get toilet paper, so there's no toilet paper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you learn so many things about you. You figure out, like, okay, if I'm a morning person, if I'm a type of person, I have to plan things so I can feel calm. Like, if things aren't planned, then I'm in a frenzy. If my house is a mess, then I'm a mess. Like, if my car isn't clean, I go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just figure out like what triggers you, what things that you need to work on. Because I also feel like the whole finding yourself going into adulthood, it's also like unlearning some of the things that your parents did teach you that were toxic, because a lot of our like trauma comes from our childhood, and childhood trauma really dictates the way we speak to people. I hope everyone like takes that time for themselves, because it doesn't happen overnight. Like, you know, you just have to grow, and one day you'll get to a stage where you're like, dang, like, I really love the woman I'm becoming. If someone's being this type of way, I don't have to stoop down to their level. Like, you have to decide what person you're gonna be. Maybe you decide you don't want to curse. So even if someone curses at me, I'm not gonna curse at them back, because that's not my character. That's the person that I want to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an example of something you can be. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It could just be anything. For what are your morals? What are your ethics? Like, you want to just have a good moral compass, you know? Like, you want to try to be a decent person. Let me know how you guys found yourself, because, you know, everyone is on a different journey. Like, let me know how you guys felt about the first Tea with Tig. It's kind of, I feel like this one was kind of like preachy, but, you know, like, this is like a topic I decided to pick. I mean, I gave y'all on my community tab, I gave you guys 4 options, and this one had the most votes, so I chose this one. But in future videos, we'll have advice, we'll have like different, you know, different stuff to talk about. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Remember to trust the process.